Spring has sprung. Welcome, everyone watching, tuning in, listening while you're driving. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We haven't done a live in a minute, and spring was the perfect timing to come and chat with you again. If we haven't met, I'm Kat Trulinos with, I was going to say Heart Space Hypnosis. Whoops, slip that one out. With Tada by Kat, Next Level Staging and Design. And we are going to talk about actually 3 books that my business partner and husband has published through Yayu Publishing. You've heard us talk about Miracles Online. And this is a book that's about finding true love in unexpected places. And if you haven't heard us chat about it before, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into it and share with you the unexpected way that we met online before it was a thing in 1998 and how you can today find true love. Second book we're going to chat about is maybe you've thought about starting or creating a business, or maybe a dream that's just been tucked away and you haven't taken any action on it. We're going to talk about my friend and colleague, Jenny Norris, and we have produced her book, let me see if I can say it right, The Stagingpreneur. So if you've ever thought about design, staging, etc., she is taken it into a level of behind the scenes through over, I believe it's 20 plus years in the business, starting over not once, but twice. And we're going to touch a few points on her book, The Stagingpreneur. And lastly, but not leastly, I'm going to have Jeff, the president of Yayu Publishing, talk about his book, which is the 365 Method. This is a powerful, big book, but it's broken down in small, powerful ways to help you reset your mind. And the mission of Yayu Publishing has always been, from the onset, is to create books that make lives better. And that is our goal and our mission. And without further ado, let's bring on Jeffrey to the stage. Hey.
Hey. Good morning, everyone.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I like your new studio setup.
I do too. It's more comfy.
Yeah, you've got some upgraded stuff, and been doing a podcast promoting Yayu Publishing, etc. That's very, very exciting. Yeah. We'll let folks know at the end of this where they might listen or check you out on podcasts for various topics. But thank you so much for joining us. It's exciting. Absolutely. We haven't done this in like how long?
It's at least been quite a while, huh?
We've been doing replays. So this is going to be what our I thought we already did 109. So this will be our 109th. And the title is Spring into You. Yep. And that's what it's all about. It's the time to reflect and to examine our lives, stop on just doing everything on autopilot, and really reflect about what's true to you inside your heart and how you can be the best version of you. And we have a reminder. I have a reminder. I stepped outside this morning and our long driveway is just full. They're not leaves anymore. That was last week, but they're all the growth things from all the trees telling us we're getting ready to rebirth and regrow. And that's what I hope for you, for me, for you, Jeff. We can feel it in the air. We've felt some really profound energy lately. Would you agree, Jeff? I know you and I have
Absolutely.
talked about it.
Yeah, the energy that's currently, I think we're experiencing is more than we could ever expect. It's really just off the charts, and it takes a quite of effort, at least on my end, to kind of organize and understand it, not let it overwhelm me, not let it take charge, and just kind of go every which way but loose.
Absolutely. And that's why it's so, so, so important to find that quiet time and to find that centerness. Um, I'm in the process actually of completing another book, and I'll preview the title. It's When the Mind Changes Its Mind.
I like it. I like it
Yep.
when it changes
I
the
went
mind.
through a lot of it, that it was simple and so to the point. My
Yeah,
first thought was on second thought. That's been taken, but there's no books out there that I know of that when the mind changes its mind.
yeah,
And the tagline to that is when it connects to the heart is when the magic happens, the mind and the heart. And that's why so many people get frustrated because they do affirmations. I am wealthy. I have my perfect partner, yada, just affirmations. But unless they feel it and connect it to the heart, and
yeah,
there's studies and science behind this, Joe Dispenza, one of them, the vibrational energy does not go out and seek that synchronicity in the universe and God working on your behalf. So anyway, a little bit on that. So let's start right off with finding love, finding true love. And I want to
yeah.
say, if you're listening or watching this, don't think that finding love online is for 20-year-olds or 30-year-olds only. Is it for them? Sure. And we've talked about before the chapter on creating the perfect profile. I share this with my young associates and friends who are online, and they have revised their profiles and had amazing results. So the profile part is very important because it does dive deep into knowing thyself. It's not just putting out there what you think you're seeing on Instagram or you think other people are doing. Um, if you're getting good results, yes, but if you're not, you probably want to do something different. And the profile section is very deep on that. But the first chapter in Miracles Online, which you can find on Amazon, and I believe we have promotions going where you can read the first chapter on all of our books. Is that correct, Jeff? At
That's
least these,
right.
all three of the books?
Every book we have in Yahoo Publishing, if you go to yahoopublishing.com, there is a place where you can download free chapters.
Of free chapters,
Every
which
book that
is
Yahoo Publishing have.
amazing.
Yep.
And we're going to be following this up with another promotion, so stay tuned, where you'll be able to get the, well, I'm not going to spill the beans right now, but you'll be able to get something that you might like. But Miracles Online, I want to say it's less than $10. It's a quick read, but it's a GPS to really setting yourself up for success to find your true love. And no longer, if you were like me, and here's what I want to say to continue on. You don't need to be in your 20s or 30s. I'm going to give away my age, which is okay because I'm not aging, I'm saging. But I met this man when I was 46. Okay. Um, and I don't care if you're 46 or 86, this book will up your chances of finding the perfect mate for you. Like I said, we broke ground, right, Jeff? People back then were like, "You what?"
Yeah.
And by the way, if you've been married 26 years, you met your husband online. Oh,
Right.
it was it just wasn't known. Of course, now it is known, but are we doing it the right way? And my hope is, and that's why I pushed myself to finish this book on our 25th wedding anniversary. We put it out in the universe, and God blessed us with being in Greece on our 25th anniversary and simultaneously launching on our anniversary, November 18th, the book. You got to love technology for that, right?
That's right. And just to
It's
give
big.
everybody kind of a barometer, back in the late 1990s, 97, 98, it was less than 5% of people who was doing business shopping online. So it kind of gives
Wow.
you kind of a
Wow.
measuring stick
Yes. Of the
in
whole
regards to,
digital
yes,
landscape.
that's correct.
Wow. Wow.
And
So
today, take a guess, what's the percentage of online shopping and online activities?
it's got to be in the 90s, like 98.
98%.
98. So if you are single, divorced, just, lonely, would like a companion, a true companion, not just I don't want to call it, but, a buddy. I mean, you might want companion also, depending on how you write it. Maybe you're at a space where you don't want romantic, but you want companion, someone to go to the theater with, someone to go to the park with, you know, as long as you craft your profile that way, you will attract your perfect match who's looking for that as well. And it goes deep into the book about, don't do generic, well, I love long walks on the beach. And, those are generic. Be creative, but it really starts with knowing thyself first and making that list of what I call in the book negotiables and non-negotiables. And I surprised myself that even back then I had the foresight to do that, which is what inspired me to write the book. Yes, it took me 25 years to complete it, but I believe everything is by divine timing. So it was very momentous to have it completed on our 25th anniversary. And it's very poignant today. But it's never too late for love. Love wants you as much as you want love. Trust me. And so check it out. If it resonates with you, share it with someone that you know who is looking for love and would like a GPS and how to navigate successfully on the online landscape. And just to add a little more statistics, Jeff, on that, the biggest users of online dating today are over 45. So don't.
Is it really? Wow.
Yes, over 45. In part, I'm sure that's, because of the high divorce rate,
Yeah.
which is a whole nother story. I think, it might be in our future to do something on, how do you stay married 25 years? That might be in our future,
Yes.
Jeff. But irregardless, it's the highest demographic, demographic is over 45. So check it out, Miracles Online. And let's go right into, do you want to do yours next or Jenny's book?
Let's do Jenny's book. Go ahead
here,
and show it on screen. There you go.
I'm sorry. Well, here's Miracles Online. And
What does it say on the back?
so
Just read
Miracles
yours.
Online is not just a book, it's a testament to the power and magic of love in the digital age. So join us in celebrating our 25th anniversary, the authors of the extraordinary online miracle, and embark on your own path to love, connection, and happiness. And then I'm just going to skip to, because this was such a God thing, guys. I want to tell you, I had no idea. This is my first solo book. I've co-authored in other books, but it was my first solo book. And I knew that, well, I should have some endorsements on the back. I should have a couple of endorsements. I'm not going to tell you all the details, but it was a divine thing that connected me to these endorsements, one of which, Mark Hansen, the co-creator of Chicken Soup. Have you heard about that book?
Wow.
And he hooked me up with Dr. Tony O'Donnell, a PhD and author of 15 books, both of which endorsed my book. and I'm still like forever thankful. But I get chills when I think about how it came about. Just the power of mind-heart synchronicity, I believe is what Dr. Dispenza calls it, and connecting to source and the divine source, God, conspiring on my behalf through very unlikely situations to bring these gentlemen to me. So if you're looking to write a book, etc., of course, you can contact YaYu Publishing. We've got some insights, very practical as well as very spiritual. So I'm going to remove this right here. I had forgot to bring it to the stage.
It's a good looking cover, isn't it?
Yes. By the way, yes. And my assistant and creative genius, Adriana, helped design this cover. Yeah, and did a beautiful job. By the way, Adriana will be looking for you to assist on the next book. Okay, let's see if I can remove this. Okay, so let's add to the stage Confessions. I forgot the confessions part. The Confessions of a Stagerpreneur. Stagerpreneur. So Jenny Norris, hey Jenny, if you're watching, is the CEO of Sensational Home Staging in Denver. She's the chairwoman of International Association of Home Staging Professionals, that's a long one, IHOS they call it, and president and CEO of stagedhomes.com, where I received much of my training, actually my accredited staging professional master training through Jenny, actually personally flew to Denver for that, which was exciting. She has traveled throughout the US, Canada, and Europe, educating thousands of real estate agents, stagers, and designers about home staging. She and her family live in Denver, Colorado. She's about to have her second grandbaby.
Yay!
Yay!
About that, huh?
And I believe right now she's in Greece. We could not join her in Greece. Plus, we just went not too long ago. So we've got a new bucket list travel place, but our thoughts and prayers are with her in Greece, sharing all of the magic and education and good news with our partners abroad. So you want to talk a little bit about the book, Jeff?
Yeah.
I read it, but it's been a while.
Yeah, it's such a good book because it really takes you through the adversity of building a company of her size from something that at one time was contracting out for furnitures, big pieces, trucking, so forth, to building it into her business model where she now are in charge of her own fleet, trucking, the hands that works on staging, on location. The key thing that I really loved about the book is that she shows you step by step of building business. And that to me is priceless. Anybody who's in the business of real estate staging needs to read this book. This is a wealth of knowledge.
Absolutely.
That you could not get anywhere else.
It's really a glimpse, removing the curtain and seeing what's behind the scenes. I've been doing this for over a decade. My business model is more of a boutique. I don't want to be as busy as Jenny is because I have other things I'm doing. But I love staging and design. So I don't think I'll ever retire from that. It'll just look differently, as it has looked differently as I've changed my business model. Right. But I too started out, renting furniture. Now I have 5 units, all very organized. We had 6, but we had another divine intervention and had 1 unit with over 350 bar stools and chairs burned to the ground. That'll be another episode when I talk about the nudge from God that created and what was the secondary from ashes to glory that became. That's another story. But yes, pick up Jenny's book. It's just jam-packed with behind the scenes personal stories, struggles, triumphs, and successes. And Jenny started her business not once, but moved to another part of the United States and had to start again from scratch. She truly has a family business, has integrated, daughter's boyfriend, nieces. She has a big family to start with, so that's a real plus. And she talks about that also in her book, how to navigate through that, because when you do bring in family in any kind of business, and back in my day, my family had a dry cleaning business and all the family worked there, and you really need to know how to set boundaries, expectations, all that kind of thing. But if you've ever thought about, again, gosh, that looks like so much fun. I get that all the time. I have a wrapped van and I have magnets on my car, and people, oh my God, that sounds like so much fun. And what you do? And it is, but it's almost laughable because people think that you just karate chop pillows. And that's the crux of your business. They don't see us sweating in a non-climate control units, packing, stacking, unloading, etc. But at the end of the day, at the end of the project, it is rewarding. It is so fulfilling when you see that you've made an impactful difference, not only on their equity, increasing their equity, 7 to 17% nationwide is what the stats say, but helping them along in their journey so that they can move into that new home, or they can move into that smaller home. Because, in real estate, there's a lot of emotion involved. I come back in the day from new home sales for over a decade. And, when I realized that people are buying a home or selling a home because of maybe they lost a job, maybe they got a promotion, maybe they had a birth of a baby, maybe they had a death of a family member. So these are all just jam-packed full of extreme emotion. So it's a very delicate, situation when you're helping someone to buy, sell, stage it to sell for more, et cetera. The whole real estate arena is just jam-packed full of emotion. But again, at the end of the day, it's so rewarding that you can make a difference. If you're just a solo stager, or you have a huge team. Bobby McGrath, she's the queen of Occupied. She used to do Vacant, that's where you come in and bring furniture, lighting, rugs, decor, etc. Or Occupied, where you go in and advise them what to take away, what to move, what to hang, to rehang, and maybe possibly bring in what I call power pieces, and then come and do hands-on staging. There are some stagers that do just that, and you can make 6 figures, guys, doing just that. You don't have to have a big warehouse or 5 units like I do. You can just do that. Start out, building your confidence and being able to help folks that way, because I believe there's actually a bigger need for that. Maybe one day, I don't know, maybe one day I'll go to just Occupied. But me and my team love it because it really is such a transformation. I'm not going to say easy, but it's easier, not as much thought process to go into a newly renovated home that's got all neutral fixtures, etc., and bring in furniture and decor. You don't really have to think about fixed elements. You don't have to blend any existing colors that are there. You don't have to do what I call corrective staging, although all homes need some kind of corrective staging, because no home is designed perfect. I mean, I will tell you, coming from working in model homes, even model homes are not perfect unless you're up into custom home, and you've made even those, guys. I've seen expensive custom homes that were not perfect, usually because they're designed by a man. Oh, did I say that? I'm sorry. No, no, there's just always something, because they're linear, there are just imperfections, but that's okay. We call that wabi-sabi. Perfectly imperfect, but we pride ourselves on being able to, if something's small, we can place furnishings and decor and lighting to make it bigger. If it's too big, we can place proper to scale artwork to make it cozier. So that's what I call corrective staging, and we're very proud to do that.
Yeah. Jenny
Pick
also
up,
has lots of pictures in her book. So that
yes,
definitely with the description of what you just said, there's a lot of examples, and there's also an inside look with her warehousing and so forth. So it's
yes,
just such a great resource for anyone who wants to be in the business, who's just starting in the business, who needs
absolutely.
a roadmap to kind of look at. And then, of course, Jenny is the cornerstone of this industry. Let's make no bones about it. Even though Barb Schwartz founded staging and became the industry what it became, the levels that it got to become world renowned and its popularity, its standards were set by Jenny Norris.
Yeah, she's taken it to whole new levels, and I'm sure Barb would be totally proud. You know,
Yeah,
we call her the staging mama because she did create it in
yeah,
1971, I believe, was the date. And bless her heart, if you're watching, Barb, we love you that you invented the
that's right.
industry. Yeah, we just hold you so dear for that, and as well as we adore Jenny for really taking it and her entrepreneurship, or what she calls her stagerpreneurship, and
Yeah,
taking it to whole new levels. We're looking excited to go to Dallas, and then we're going to jump into your book. But if you want to talk about Dallas, Jeff and I are both very excited and honored to be speakers
yeah,
at the Dallas conference in June.
yeah,
And I'm going to be talking about, I haven't even wrote my speech yet, but diversification, and coupled with how I've diversified, one of which is custom biophilic design, going into design, and many, many more things. And then Jeff is going to be showcasing, excuse me, Yayu Publishing,
yeah,
and talk to folks about self-publishing, the puts and takes, and positives and negatives, etc. Um,
yeah.
so with that,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Just hang on one second. What I'm doing is I'm going to see if I can get us a graphic for
inside the book.
well, no, for the um uh
Oh, for
the
the conference.
conference.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, but
so hang
unfortunately
on.
it's
While
not
he's doing that, I will
there.
tell you. So the conference, you don't need to be a stager. Are my wings crooked? You don't need to be a stager. You can just have, maybe you're nudged to do something creative. But it's welcome to realtors, stagers, wannabe stagers, wannabe realtors. There's going to be a lot of business information from AI to pricing, etc. If you are a stager, just know I see this so much on the websites asking for pricing. And I get a little frustrated because I'm like, take classes, people. You're looking for everything online. Pricing is region specific. Okay. Jenny
Hmm.
can teach you some formulas. There's some basic formulas you can do to make sure you have all of your costs, everything from memberships to web design to inventory, et cetera. But you need to know your costs and know your market, but it's going to be different in New York as it is in Houston, as it is in Canada. So
Yeah,
you just it's something you need to kind of trial and error.
yeah.
Uh,
Okay, so
so,
I can't really download what they have. They have a different file. So I'm going to include this in the links on the
okay,
bottom when I repost this, restream,
okay.
and you're going to be able to see how to get tickets to go and see us live in Dallas. We're going to bring you a plethora of information in regards to everything from publishing to building businesses to diversifying, how to generate income on the slowest times, all
How
that
to
good
be,
stuff.
maybe your niche is luxury. I believe they're going to have another luxury designation. I received mine, I think, in Florida a couple of years ago. So there's always, Jenny, always make sure there's a designation
Yeah,
that you can add to your credibility if you are an existing stager.
yep,
So pick up the book. It's also at Yayu Publishing. We're now going to add Jeff's book,
yeah,
The 365 Method. Again, small but powerful ways to reset your mental acuity daily. With it's a thick book, but You only have to look at one a day and try to apply one a day. And I know, Jeff, you and your podcast host talked about doing a workbook. Is that something that's in the works, or it will be an adjunct or included? You want to talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, the workbook is to complement the book's mission, which is to help you sharpen your tools and refine yourself and become better, become greater, become everything that you thought was impossible possible. The 365 method requires commitment. And this is one of the things that I learned a long time ago from the Tony Robbins programs, Awaken the Giant, the personal power. It
Personal
comes
power. We
from
did that together
absolutely,
2 decades ago.
and this is something that I would say it's important for us at this time because of the energy that's coming through our planet, and now the consciousness have really shifted. We're start to see the veil being unlifted. So if during this time, this is a perfect opportunity to start to look and say, okay, what do I want out of my life here? How do I want things to happen for me? This book was designed to change your life for the better. And I can promise you, if you commit yourself to the 365 method and do this for yourself, you will see a change. The workbook also will be complemented with the podcast that Josh Reed from Red Pill Project encouraged me to create. And this is literally like giving a lecture, a lesson per page, along with what is available to consider, what kind of thought process may help you, what kind of logistics. Then with that, I also have the 365method.com where I will offer you personal consultation for reflection. Like, for instance, if you need to understand where to go and how to go about it, there's consultations to help you to reach those goals. Then I have the next level, which is strategy management. I come with a lot of history background in corporate sales management. So those kind of skills and plans and strategies I've implemented to help those who need a assistant, what I call virtual management, to come and answer questions and help you design and create a winning strategy for your company, for yourself, for your family, however you want it to be. So visit the 365method.com and you can kind of see that.
365method.com. Perfect.
Yep.
We're going at about 33 minutes. Thank you so much for that, Jeff. And I just want to sign off now, and let us know in the chat or in the notes if there's some topic that you'd like us to take a deep dive into. We're really happy to share with you these 3 powerful, impactful books today. So whether you're looking for love, you're looking to refresh your space, maybe start a business that you've just only thought about, but you just kind of tucked it away, or just giving your dreams a little water and sunlight for you. Let's spring into something beautiful together. And I want to hear all about it. Ready, set, go. Have a great weekend, everybody. And we'll see you on the next live, which I hope is soon. If I can find the
great
button.
week. Great weekend. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.